Welcome, 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 everybody. It is Saturday, April 11th, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, or whatever time it happens to be where you are because you are watching us right now. It is time for our weekend edition, Ask Us Anything, where you get to ask anyone in the community anything about anything. And we're going to try to help you to do the best that we can to do that. And just basically, it's very simple. You can type your question in the chat and we'll ask it on your behalf or your share, either way. Or what we'll do is, which is better, of course, raise your hand. And then we'll interact with you right here. So, very easy to do. Just put your cursor in the middle of the screen where you see my face. Down on the bottom, one of those buttons there is raise hand. Click on that raise hand button and we'll call on you in the order in which we receive you. That's how simple it is. Now, before we get started, Robert, I saw this earlier today and I wanted to share this with everybody watching because I just thought it was really cool. And Zane Dowling, who is one of our Unlimited Wisdom community members, posted this. And I thought, how great to start a Saturday with this saying. Rise and shine, twinkle toes, comb your hair, and put on clothes. Splash your face with water. Say your prayers to Father. Get out. Do something good. Take a walk through the woods. Do that for which you are meant. Make it worth the day you spent.
Yay!
So,
Hercules.
there you go. Nice little thing to get us started. And now let us get started with our friend tour. Our dear friend, our GPS to success, our guide, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for Mr. Robert Hollis.
Well, thank you, Craig, the hostess with the mostest, the CJZJ. Boy, I did that together. That was pretty good. And and nice to have you all here. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Deborah, Melody, Mary, and Sandy. And of course, Deborah Grady up there, Lisa Marie. Nice to have you guys on here. I love my Unlimited Wisdom family and amazing friends. That was a cool ask Daily Wisdom yesterday. And yeah, this is AUA. And normally what I do is I always cover something simple that I think will help you guys. Is every once in a while, I just, I do this thing with my mind that really, really takes a lot of pressure off me. And one of the things is I know over the years it might seem like, you that you have to, reach out to a lot of people to get somebody to reply to you. And my thing I've really, really been strong, especially with you guys, of saying, listen, make it more personalized and ask yourself and ask God what to say to people. Because I just know that we're living in a time right now that if you're doing the same messages over and over and over to other people, and they're just like a copy and a paste, I think the world has just been hammered with those messages, especially the people that are doing it where it's like, hi, how are you? Where are you from? But I think that a lot of other people now are sort of looking for some kind of extra personal messages. You guys know that I use my voice, so that really makes it unique. And believe it or not, I'm still doing extremely well. I don't know my percentages because I don't measure what doesn't matter. but but I still know that I just still know that there's people out there that have ears to hear. So whenever I get this in my mind where, for whatever reason, I'm looking at my results and they're not where I would like them to be. I think that every one of you, that if you looked at your results and you were super happy with your results, it sort of means that like you're not really driven. You know what I mean? Because why can't we all have 1 million people that are active people in our organization that are paying subscribers? And I know like that sounds like crazy, but shoot for the moon and splash down in the Pacific. I can't believe where that came from. Shoot for the moon, go around the moon, and land in the Pacific. um, and so, just always recalibrate, just going, listen, if people constantly are asking a higher power, or asking God, what should I be doing? And you guys hear me bring this up all the time. If you don't get an answer, it's like, I get this giggle. It's like, okay, I'll say it again to you because you keep forgetting. You know, if you pull closer to me, I'll pull closer to you. So by you pulling closer to me, spending more time with me, you're going to get a slight glimpse of how much I love you. And by building that and staying in a place of joy and staying in a place of happiness and gratefulness, then you can go out and make sure that you can get other people connected to me. So every day we all just go, I got all these million balls in the air and I'm trying to do all of this stuff. Are you doing those two things? It's very, very simplistic. You put me first and all things come to you. It's like people just consistently are trying to do other things that they don't know whether or not they work or not. And I can just tell you guys that I know that this works for me. And so if someone else is doing something else, then, I get it. I even had a recent conversation with Ray Higdon. And it was funny. He was saying, hey, I just got involved with this men's group. And he said, you should really look at it. And I go, hang on a second. I said, can we both just be still? And he goes, okay. And he just, I do this all the time for those of you that know me. I say, dear Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, my Lord and Savior, I'm here with Ray Higdon, another believer, and there you are in the midst. As he asked me whether or not I should proceed to do this men's group with him, I would like you to give me a clear answer. And Ray goes, would you hear? And I said, it's not for me. It's a distraction. I said, what did you hear? He said the same thing. So it's like, we're just human beings. We shouldn't beat ourselves up, especially after listening to the series of drifting, that we just know that all these things that we have in our head, and as soon as we get filled with frustration, overwhelm, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just throw everything away. Lisa Marie and I talked yesterday, if you guys were on there, and as friend to friend, we're both, going doing that. And then when you just cast it all aside, you know what I mean? This is not me. I'm going to put it on your shoulders. So I'm putting it on your shoulders. So, it's just, okay, what should I be doing this morning? And it's like, spend time with me, find others to spend time with me. Okay, so I just want you to know that next time you ask, I've been saying this to you for years. It might not seem like it's exciting or fun, but it could be. It really could be. And so that's when all of a sudden I had someone reach out to me that I've had a couple of these messages recently that told me, since I know some of you have shared this with me, but this person reached out and said, I seen a video of yours and your YouTube channel, and everything that you shared with me that put me in a place of the best times I've ever had in my career were times when I was listening to you. And then I go back and listen to you, and I went, I'm not praying anymore. I'm not reading my Bible. I'm miserable. Things are not going good with my business. I've connected with a bunch of people that that really, really treated me wrong. You know what I mean? And it's like, wow, just total distraction. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. And that's when the adversary or the devil can go, wow, they don't know what to do. Let me send them something. It's like, oh my God, this is exciting. And now you're hooked up with people that you don't know. And the people that you're connected with that you don't know, you got so excited that you have forgot to ask them if they're documented. And then the next thing you know, they are rating everyone in your group, and then the company doesn't pay, and now they're off to another company. You're like, why am I so stupid? Maybe you're not stupid. Maybe you just stop being connected. Maybe everything's gotten in the way of that. Hi, Sarah. Nice to have you on here. So that's what that's just my quick opening statement. So we'll do a AUA. You see, my lovely bride is out goofing around with her best friend, Jolie, and Matt, I know, is busy doing something, making sure that AI doesn't destroy all of us. So, but hey, let's open it up.
Sounds like a plan. I like that. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to share, go ahead and put your question in the chat or maybe a comment that we can comment on. Or, like what Lisa Marie has done, raise your hand so that she can participate with all of us here directly. Very simple to do. Put your cursor in the middle of the screen. There's a button on the bottom that says raise hand. Click on that button. We'll call on you in the order in which we receive you. So, that being said, Lisa Marie, open up, please, and share with us. There you go.
Hey guys, how's everybody?
Hi, Lisa Mary. How are you?
I'm blessed, highly favored, deeply loved. Thank you.
Yay!
Okay, more or less a statement, and then I did have a question for
Sure.
Matthew, but he's not here. But anyway, okay, so the share that Mary did with us yesterday, all of us, about
Yeah.
what she's been doing, really was uh, eye-opening for me. And and I just thought to myself, why I started beating myself up right away. Why the hell didn't I think
No
of that?
way. No way. You beating yourself up?
I did. And then, but okay, let me just go through this process a little bit with you. And I did have a conversation with Mary. Mary, thank you so much for that. That was just eye-opening for me. So I appreciate that. Um, so I immediately went and started my Excel file, and got a bunch of chiropractors in my area on there. And I went with that email that she suggested, which our AI upline created, apparently. Okay. Which I can't get into, but that's a different subject. So anyway, back
Okay.
to the good stuff. Um, so I got a couple of emails out, super proud of myself of that. And I was like, do I send? Don't I? Do I send? I sent it. Okay. Got that off. And then I got to a couple online that didn't have any emails. I thought, oh shit. So then I got distracted, right? And I went over to Facebook and I started searching chiropractors. Okay. And then I actually reached out to a couple of something. I followed them and, checked out their post. And then I sent them a private message. And when I opened up this one chiropractor, I shit you not, I had already reached out to this doctor in 2017.
Wow.
And and there was no AI involved, and it was from my heart and just how passionate I was about it. And I thought, damn it, good for you. You did that freaking 9 years ago. Okay,
Yeah.
so where's that passion? I didn't have AI scripting that for me. So it was just like a
It was
huge epiphany.
it was one of your moments where you're just full of faith and hope, and you just do caution to the wind.
Apparently. So, but he never responded. Okay. So I thought, do I send them another message? The last time I sent them a message, it was referring to HempWorks, the CBD.
Got it.
So, so now I got this message prepared for Immunical, and I'm thinking, that doesn't, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because here I'm pushing CBD. Yes, it was 9 years ago. We
Yeah.
still have that CBD. So it's not like that's discrediting me. Do you know
No,
what I'm
it's not.
saying?
I
So
do. I'm just glad I don't talk to myself the way you talk to yourself.
I know it. It's
Yeah.
terrible. And I swear I'm getting worse than better. I I don't know what that is. Why I'm so um just cautionary, I guess. Like cautionary from putting myself out there. Like Mary says, you get all these mean, nasty comments and it just it
Right.
tears you completely, or you get no comment. And it just
Right.
kind of so anyway, I just wanted to share that was a huge eye opener for me, Mary, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, now moving on, I purchased AI yesterday, the AI upline.
Oh, congratulations. Uh,
Well,
I know
thanks.
Sarah became a legend, so thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Lisa Marie. That's awesome.
hmm Okay, so as soon as I got in there, I had problems even getting in there with a credit card because it was attached to an old phone number. Anyway, I got around it. I finally got signed up and I was in there doing objections, the battles and having kind of some fun with that. And then this morning I went to go back into it again. I can't get back into it. It's asking for a credit card. And I can't even get access to the things I was doing yesterday. I'm right back down to a free level again. And I did reach out to Matt. I did email support. I haven't heard back from either, but I'm just, you know what I mean? It's frustrating.
Now, 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 when you, the only technical thing that I can always say to people is, and I'm not saying that you're doing this, right? But a lot of people, what they do is they'll have multiple tabs open. You know what I mean? And they'll have a tab open to a free account, and then they'll have a tab open for one that's on a trial, and then
Okay.
they'll have a tab open that was one where they signed up for it, and then they got a tab open that it's not working. It's like the number one thing that I've done to cure everyone's computer problems, because it's not computer, it's a browser problem, is I go when someone shows me their browser and they have 98 tabs open,
Mm.
I'm just like, how in the fuck can you do anything?
Right.
It's
Right.
like
And you know what? That may be because I did have a couple of tabs open, not 98, but
right.
um but I did go incognito. I've closed them all. I went incognito. I logged out, logged in. The only thing short, I suppose clear my cache, clear my cookies, and reboot. That's all that's left. So
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah, so
I
so
don't
you
know.
know, so that because if you paid and you were in a browser where you're doing the stuff that you can do, and then the next time you go to log in, you can't do it. It's like immediately that almost 1,000%, Lisa Marie. It's always like some kind of user error, where
Okay.
they put an
Yeah.
extra letter in their email address. You know what I mean? And this usually always comes from frustration and overwhelm. It's like, you MFer, I'm
You're
doing it
right.
one more time. And then, they're copy and pasting and they don't realize that they actually have an open spot either before or after the .com or whatever. And they're posting in there. And then all of a sudden the computer browser looks at it as an extra character.
Okay. It's user error, and I'll go back through it again. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
And
appreciate that.
so I
And
don't
if
know.
all else fails, I'll just wait to hear from
Yeah,
somebody, I
yeah.
guess.
And because yeah, Matt will get to you. I know that he's doing a lot of things. I just left him a message saying to check your account out. but he hasn't responded back. Hey, Matt, I know you're busy. We're on with Lisa Marie on the AUA.
Oh,
Could you just check out her account to see if everything's okay? She said she paid and got in, but then she tried to get in today and had difficulties. I guess she sent an email, so I don't know if you can look at
yeah.
that. So now we
Thank
know
you,
that.
Robert.
You're
Yeah, I
welcome.
feel bad that you did that. I
Why?
know he's busy because I
See,
sent
see,
him a,
part of feeling
you know,
bad is you beating yourself up again.
right? Yeah, I hear you. He's got things to do. I'm not the
We
only
all got
client
things
on
to
his
do. Well, but you gotta realize if you paid money to get AI upline, you want to use it. It's like, hey,
like now, right? I want it right now.
so,
Yes,
so
yeah,
that's
I'll
pretty
chill.
crazy.
All right. I just wanted to share that. I just want
Thank
Mary
you.
to know how super helpful. And I knew so many of these things years ago. How come we forget that? Or is it like when the student's ready? Do you know
It
what I
is.
mean?
It
Good
totally is
grief.
when the student's ready. The one
Yeah.
thing that I constantly, because I want you guys to know this, sometimes I think that maybe a lot of times you guys beat yourself up because you're so good at it. You know what I mean? And so it really is the default. It's like beating yourself up and thinking that you're doing something wrong or you're going to do something wrong is just a default setting. So you just keep going back to it. So how you gotta stop it is again, really, honestly, just stop it. But in your mouth, you know when you're running the overthinking. And you also know when you feel anxious or a little bit of fear or whatever, because it's like, I just don't want to do anything wrong. Just know those are not the right thoughts. So
That's
as
right.
soon as you feel it, it's just being aware enough that as soon as you feel it, you're going, I just say out loud. I just say out loud, I just go, okay, so if I do this, what's the worst thing that can happen? That's what
I'm
I do.
gonna die.
Yeah. And you guys know, because you've heard me before, I play it out. I play it out. And it's like, what's the worst thing that can happen? They don't respond. And then you say this out loud. They don't respond. I can handle that. I can handle that. That's not a problem. They cuss me out. I can handle that. I don't have any problem. Right? They reply back and say, F you. I can handle that. So then what you got to think is if I reach out to someone and just say anything, can I handle it? Can I handle whatever they either give me or don't give me?
Like you said, what's the worst, right?
Yeah. And right
Absolutely.
away your mind will go, I can't think of anything.
Yeah. And you know what? They're sorting for us, so we can now delete them and move on, right?
Yeah. And what you'll find is by doing it, it helps you correct and get gooder. And it helps you correct and get gooder. And it helps you correct and get gooder. So if you all of a sudden, I don't know if you ever did this, Lisa Marie, but it's like all of a sudden, in your life, you love softball so much, so you decided to be a softball coach.
Hmm.
And I
I
can
wanted to.
guarantee you, if you've ever done any coaching of any little kid, you'll watch a small group of little kids that go through all that shit immediately. They go, well, what if I miss the ball and everyone laughs at me?
Right.
What if I can't hit it? What if I'm running around the bases and I fall down?
Right.
So
I
when you,
gotta tell you, when I when my son played Little League, I was out there all the time. I'd be out in the field fielding balls. I'd be helping. And I'm telling you, that was the most fun I have ever had. Not playing ball, but being in that scenario with my son too. That was
okay.
super cool. That was very
So
enjoyable.
what do you think I do all day for people?
I think you give them the gift of you, of your inspiration. You just give your heart. That's a gift right there,
But you
you
have the
know.
same thing. So
See,
so what I do is I know that a lot of people, what they do is I once I knew I had a gift of helping other people, right?
Mhm.
Then that's where my mind stays. And I know a lot of people, what they do is instead of helping people, their mind goes, how can I get this person in the business? How can I sell this product? How can I
Right.
make money? And it's I do you guys believe this? If you guys know me really well, I don't have those three thoughts. I have
I
no
don't want to
idea.
be that
I
person.
don't
I
know why
don't.
you guys immediately go into I got to have the right language to get this chiropractor to buy some shit. It's like if I need you guys to understand this. If I did what you guys did, I would be hung up as well. And I'll tell you why I would be hung up. Because if I'm asking a higher power how to do a transactional relationship with someone, why would he help me?
Right? Absolutely.
I'm not interested in helping this person. I'm interested in them putting their credit card on so I can get a check or, maybe be able to brag to some people that I got three and free. You see what I mean? It's like I don't do that. So everybody looks at me and they go, "Well, aren't you worried about money?" No, I actually believed what the scriptures told me. That if I go out and give people hope and get them connected to stuff that's been exposed to me that can make them love themselves and love others. If
Mhm.
I do that for everyone and I help people get what they want, I'll get what I want. So the universe, God already knows what I'm going to do with the money.
Mhm. Right. Right.
So if he gives me $2 million a year, $3 million a year, he knows all the orphans and widows I'm going to help
Yeah. Yeah. Got you.
because I've done that before.
Mhm.
So now here's another thing that might get you guys to think a little bit. Do you guys realize that it doesn't make a difference if it's MDC, HempWorks, Immunotech, Unlimited Wisdom, or AI Upline? Do you guys realize school? Do you guys realize it doesn't make a difference what the product is for me because I'm doing the same thing every day? Every day, all day, I'm reaching out to people to establish a connection where I can give them the gift, the law of reciprocity, to get them to know, like, and trust me so I can build a relationship. If there's transactional happening down the road, then that will basically um, that will reveal itself.
You know what I've noticed with you? Because we have a lot of the same friends. And I have noticed when somebody's birthday comes around, next thing I know, they're in unlimited wisdom. It's like, okay, ding
Because
ding,
I'm
you
doing the
know,
same thing. I'm wishing them a happy
right.
birthday. And a lot of them, because
Mhm.
I've been doing and sewing for so long that a lot of messages will come back and go, I always can count on you on my birthday. You're so amazing. Thank you very much. And they'll say, how are you? Or God bless you.
Mhm.
Wow, what a concept. Then that allows me now to come back with my voice and go, Lisa Marie, thank you so much. That really touched me. Terry and I and the family are doing amazing. We got a new grandson that's 9 months old named Ezra, and my granddaughter Olive will be 10 tomorrow. And that's three grandkids for me. And business is going awesome. My son right now is really super involved in AI, so I'm helping him with some of the projects he's doing. And oh, by the way, I put a community together that are just like-minded people that are there to love up on each other and lift people up. It's really not about business at all. And I think you'd be perfect for the community. So I'm going to send you a link, and when you can, join. And I go live in it every day, and you're going to start getting
Hmm.
emails of me going live. So anything I can do to help you in any way, let me know.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
It's
So
like
simple, right? So
when
simple,
when it's not here.
right? When it's right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when it's here,
Hmm.
it's very simple. It's a
Right.
very, very simple. And like I
Yeah.
told you guys, in all the years I've been doing this, only one time in all the messages that I left did I get a message of, and it was like in the last 6 months. And the lady responded back, "You don't even know who I am. How can you possibly love or appreciate me?"
Oh, wow.
And my response is, um, I'm really, really, really sorry if I caught you at a bad time. Whether you want me to or not, I'm definitely going to stop and say a special prayer for you because apparently what you're going through right now makes you feel like you don't deserve to be loved when you can't stop me from saying I love you anyway. Guess what
What
the
did she
reply?
say?
Guess what the reply was? Nothing.
Oh, oh,
So
that's sad.
it is. It is, but it's not based on me
Right. Right.
because since we've been talking about this too, um, tomorrow I'm really going to do my best to drill in on joy, right? Here's when you guys know that you're going from joy to joy to joy to joy to joy, right? And victory to victory to victory is when you
Mhm.
can leave somebody a message. And when you leave somebody a message, it makes you smile
Right.
because
Yeah,
that's
I
how
agree.
that's how genuine it was.
Yep.
That's how much
Yeah,
it,
there's no second thoughts. No, go back and read that again or
boy,
nothing. Right.
you
Yep.
said the perfect thing right there. There's
Yep.
no second thought.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
I
what
get
if all
that.
the messages that you sent people were that way? See, I'm
Hmm.
not saying that I could get results that you guys are doing. I'm not saying that. I just know that maybe a first opening is, that I would just say, give me the words to say to those that have ears to hear. And
Right.
maybe the first message I say to a chiropractor is, you know, I was trying to figure out a way to connect with you because I can't imagine the amount of emails that you get of people just trying to sell you stuff. So I thought that I would ask, what is a good way that I could connect with you and to help you with something to build a relationship where you'd want to see what I have to offer?
That's good. That's good. Very
Not
honest. Very
not
good.
not not a
Yeah.
message where I know everyone does this and I'm going to do it too.
Right. That's true. That's true. We need to put a little originality in there from the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And okay, just one more thing I wanted to say to Santa
No,
Corky.
please.
His share on Thursday with me specifically, Santa, thank you so much. And, yeah,
Now,
you touched my heart.
was there any doubt in your mind that when that came from Corky that that was coming from his heart or his head?
No, no doubt. No
So
doubt.
that's why he's got 2 million
Yeah.
followers.
Mhm. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I love you.
And
I love you so
it helps it helped me, and also don't take that away. Is that um I have a tendency to compare myself, so I shut up because I'm not Robert. I can't express, I'm learning to express myself. So when I'm hearing you talked to Robert earlier, I kept going, gosh, I do that too. I compare myself, so I can't speak like Robert does to somebody over the phone. So I'll just wait and maybe I'll figure it out sometime without learning to go through the process to feel that feeling to change what's inside. So, but our talk that we had the other day has lingered with me, helping me be
Me
a
too.
better person too. So
Mhm.
don't take the blessing away from someone else, wanting to give you something.
Yeah.
It's very
That's
self-centered
beautiful.
if you do. It's very self-centered
Yeah.
when,
That's
It's
beautiful.
all
because I
this.
struggle, I struggle
Yeah.
with it all the time. I go, man, I think I'll just call Robert and say hi. I haven't, or
Mhm.
send him a message and just, the other day I wanted to tell him how his son is just amazing. What a good job, Terry, Robert. Uh,
Mhm.
the kind, humble.
Absolutely.
This kid is so humble. It's amazing. He doesn't want credit. He doesn't, it's just what a great job. And I kept
Mhm.
putting it off and I'm going, oh man, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. But I wish Terry was here to
Yeah.
hear it. Just
Oh,
good job.
I'll definitely share it with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
Well, I just want you to know that you touched my heart, and
wow.
it didn't hit me as much Thursday night, but I listened to you again
Mhm.
yesterday, and it
Oh,
just, oh, so thank you,
yeah.
Corky. Love you.
Well, thank God I am not. Uh, I am who I am through Christ, and
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
I
it's
have to give him the
trusting.
glory because I want to mess it
Yeah.
up. I guarantee you.
Yeah, me
Faith
too.
is simply, again, you get the results by just going into it, trusting God.
Yeah.
You know, so if you trust in God and you lean on your faith, the size of a mustard seed, and you just continue to build that when you start communicating with people, that He's going to communicate through you. And the
Mhm.
only way that you can get excellent and great at that is doing it. It's like
Mhm.
everything in life. It's like I'm just going to let go and let God. I'm just going to let go and let God. Then when it really gets amazing is now the words that you're saying to people when they ask a question or come up with an objection, then all of a sudden you just answer comes out. And what the funnest part of this is, because you guys have watched me do this for years, is when people say, "Man, that nailed it. That
Mhm.
nailed it." So people analytically and logically in their brain cannot understand the feelings that they have with their heart.
Yeah.
So if we see a clip and it makes us misty, or someone says something and it makes it, I'm a geek from the dork forest. I mean, watching the splashdown made me emotional.
Mhm.
And the funniest part about me was, um, man, just seeing mankind win. And the thing that I love most about this whole thing is how the astronauts consistently talked, for humanity. That Victor Glover, man, he's like that. The best thing he said was he goes, we as four astronauts look back at Earth and we know that you guys are looking at us from Earth. And it's easy to understand that us four people need to do our best. We need to be kind and we need to be there for each other. And you guys just need to understand that us four in this capsule looking back at the blue marble is like, why can't you guys just be kind, do your best, and love one another? You're going, well, Well, because that's 8 billion people. Now it's the same principle. It's the same damn principle. It's just that we sometimes look at the giant world we're in, and it's like, those idiots in Louisiana or those idiots in New York. It's easy to divide ourselves. It's like
So true.
that blue team, that red team. It's like, because if you become who you hang around, again, it's just, are you listening to people that are always against something instead of for something?
Yeah. Like Mother Teresa.
It
She
truly,
yeah,
truly is. So
yeah.
I know that you
That's how
can
I
do
got.
it. I know that you guys can do it because I did it. I remember a time when, you know, I know this is one of those things that you guys always laugh about this. I haven't said it in a while, but a person that's always, trying to beat your story. We as human beings are competitive instead of creative. And so if someone says what they're dealing with, then there's this part of us that are, because of the growing up in the competitive, is like, you think your story's bad? Listen to this. And that the thought actually popped in my head that, man, when I got hurt, and I was on workman's comp and thinking about suicide,
Mhm.
I actually say this because I feel it. It's like, there's none of you that have ever beat yourself up that bad. Never. And that is a bold-faced lie. Because all of us as humankind man, I just suck.
For sure.
I I think that's a human response, is like, you look at yourself and going, man, I look back at the last couple of years and I'm going somewhere, but it's not better. I just seem to get worse at everything.
Oh,
And we just do this stuff. Isn't it wild? Well, now I understand what that stuff is. When our mind is idle, then that allows the adversary to help us drift.
very
Totally.
true.
And they throw those little thoughts in there. It's like, and then when you beat yourself up, Lisa Marie, that's where Freddie turns into the knight on the white horse, because he doesn't know why you're doing that to yourself.
Yeah,
You go look at all
true.
the stuff that I've done and all the hard work that I've done, and I can't make anything or help anyone. And
Yeah.
Freddie's like, that's bullshit. But it doesn't stop us
Right.
from beating the crap out of ourselves. It's just like
Mhm.
we should notice it earlier. You know what I mean? It's like walking
Right.
outside and you slow but sure have found all the landmines on your entire property. And it's like,
Yeah.
maybe walk where the landmines have already blown up instead of trying to walk around them and hit another landmine.
Right. Oh, funny. What a great analogy, though.
Like,
That was
we're
perfect.
pretty crazy as human beings. So let's get to
All
Sarah
right.
and
That's
Mary. I love you, Lisa Marie.
thanks,
Thank
you
you,
Thank
guys.
Corky.
Love
you.
you. Mhm.
Great share, Lisa Marie. Thank you. And Santa Corky also. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And as Robert said, we've got Mary Valchik coming up. But first, Sarah Lipscomb, you go ahead, open up and share. You were first. So there you are. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Am I
Sarah. How are you?
good? I think my camera is agreeing with everyone today. Usually it's up all in there.
Well, I'm telling you what, you look more gorgeous than ever, so it's got to be working.
Oh, thank you, Robert. I just want to say that I am so happy and my excited is excited today because I joined the AI upline last night. Thanks to my partner Melody, we have some things in
Whoop,
common.
whoop.
So I'm just looking forward to just going full speed ahead and accomplishing this thing. But
Excellent.
I want to say I've been online a lot lately, but not showing my face because I've just been going through some things. But I've been listening and I'm up to date on everything. And Lisa Marie, I just want to say to you that I just love you because you are so open with everything. And you can't heal what you don't reveal. I wish that I had that in
Say
me.
that again.
You just
Wow.
don't know when you share, and even when you cried. I mean, your tears are healing over here to me. And
But what
Thursday,
did you? I'm sorry, Sarah. I don't want to mess up this morning. I mean, this message. You said something reveal. What was that? You can't.
you cannot heal what you won't reveal.
Oh,
And
you can't.
she just goes all out and explain what's going on with her. She just brings it out, and I'm like, all the time, wow, I wish I could do that. It's once you put it out there, it's like, how, like we talk about drifting, when you're hiding things and don't put it out there, the enemy can really work with you even more. So,
Wow. That's
so
huge,
many
Sarah. Thank
things
you.
that you do and share. It has been healing to me. I tell you, I'm a church girl from way back, but this being in this group has done almost, I could say, as much for me as being in church all of these years have. And Robert, you remind me so much of, remember when your parents used to beat you when you've done something wrong, and
Yeah.
then later on sit back and talk to you and you end up smiling and say, that's what you do to us, Robert.
Well, I'll tell you that this is where Lisa Marie said, first of all, Sarah, I just want to acknowledge on how wonderful that was that you just said to Lisa Marie. That was
Amazing.
so nice. And it's that's where we get bravery. We get bravery encouraged by seeing others. You know what I mean? It's like um it was the thought that I had yesterday, not to get off track. I'll come back. But it's like feeling inside of the capsule coming back to Earth, knowing that capsules on test, re-entries to the Earth have just totally exploded,
Mm,
and one killed 7 astronauts. And so the last test one for for the Aramis one or whatever it is, they were showing all the cuts and stuff in the heat shield. You know what I mean? And then they said, I don't know why they would say this. They would say, there was a lot of things with the heat shield that we're questioning. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the same one, but what we're going to do is just bring it in at a different pitch.
mhm.
And I'm thinking you're an astronaut, feeling the gravity pull you back toward Earth. And you're watching the speedometer go from 5,000 miles an hour to 10 to 15 to 20 to 24,000 miles an hour. And then you hit the sound barriers and it keeps like feeling it's going to blow it apart. You're looking out the window and there's nothing but flames.
Right.
And it's doing this for 6 minutes until it starts to slow down. And so they say that it's so violent in the capsule that that's why they lose communications for 6 minutes.
Wow.
And I can't imagine. Can you guys imagine,
No.
sitting there, hanging on to whatever, looking at the other three people, and just the most violent G forces watching flames come out and just go, man, this right here is where it could just disappear.
Disappear.
And
Yeah.
I'm going like, there's other people are going, I'm scared to call this friend of mine. Like, what the hell? You don't know what fear is.
No.
You have no idea what
Wow.
fear is. It's like, that's fear.
Yes. At its best.
Yeah. And but I'm sorry I got off track there.
No.
I just love that. Heal. You can't heal what you won't reveal. That's just
Yeah.
Beautiful.
it's so powerful. It's so powerful. And like like you said, it gets to the point where if you continue to bring it out, the reason I brought it up was because when Lisa Marie, over the years that I've known her, she just throws herself out there, in all the
Yeah.
raw emotion. And then I constantly get all these messages of, man, I'm glad she brought that up because I could never do that.
Yes.
So I just wanted to bring that up that Lisa Marie is like the person in the capsule. She might not look at herself as very brave or courageous, but she's done this for so many people because she's willing to go
Yes.
through that scary part and come out the other end, and it inspires people. So,
Yes.
Thank you guys both for that. I appreciate
yeah.
Yes.
So, not that you had to keep coming on here and crying and beating yourself up, but hey, it's
that.
something people.
I'm just the team mascot, the guinea pig.
And Robert, when you mentioned the lady who did not respond to you when you said you were going to pray for, I bet you anything the woman probably said, "Oh wow," she probably couldn't respond because she probably was just crying in her heart because you finally touched something in her. Because, that old saying, hurt people is true. And
So
sometimes when
true.
someone gets to
So
the
true.
strains of your heart, sometimes you can't even respond. It's like, oh wow.
That's probably true. I know that I just
Yeah.
instead of throwing shade her way, I was throwing love her way. And
Yes.
we have really no idea well, we do. We have a small idea of some of the unbelievable heartbreaks we all go through. And sometimes I know that I catch people at that time. You know what I mean? That I'm reaching out to a lot of people every day. For me, all of a sudden, to find someone that might have just gotten some bad news or had something not go their way, and I reach out, hey, just wanted to tell you I love and appreciate you. And they're like, bullshit. So thank you, Sarah. I love you, and I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm so proud of Matt. The word that I heard today saying, talking about Matt having so much wisdom is the very same word that I just spoke to Melody last night about him. I was so humble. That's what it is. I was like, oh my God, that Matt, a lot of young people who has what this young man has. I
Yeah,
mean, sometimes you wouldn't be able to stand it, but he is so humble and has so much wisdom. I just thank God for him and
yeah.
his life.
Thank you, thank you. We are so proud of him, and he just keeps jumping by leaps and bounds. It's like and I just think that Matt came up with the saying that I know that all of us, because we're wired in a way where we believe that the way we can get people to do something is by basically trying to share with them the benefits.
Mhm.
That it can do this and it can do this and it can do this. And me and Matt were talking the other day, and he's going, if people would just understand, if they just use the words that once I got inside AI Upline, I finally felt like there was something there to help me get to where I need to go.
Mhm. And
Because
then,
because people, it's funny, people do not. I think I brought this up yesterday, or maybe it was to Terry, but I don't know if some of you are following Todd Falcone at all. But it is funny to watch people catch on to the same statement, right? So Todd Falcone has been doing a couple of lives on his Facebook for a couple of days of just going, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. And it's all about the concept of, him training and teaching people to do stuff. People don't want to be trained to do stuff. Read this book, buy this course, watch these videos, go through this and learn how to do this. People just want, hey, can you just help me?
yeah.
Just help me. And again, if you guys would have told me, 6 months ago that I would be live with you guys every day of the week,
Oh, wow.
I would have said no, but what I asked myself was people don't even want to watch the replays. So what are people getting out of getting onto a live?
Wow.
It's obvious, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes.
It's like when we're on here live, and yesterday, I don't know, Sarah, when we were talking about, Matt came up with that subject too. It's like, hey, so
Friends.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
I heard that. It was good.
yeah, and it's like, man, people just want to be a part of people that are real.
Hmm.
Real, whether it's with your emotions or you beating yourself up or everyone's there to encourage. You can tell people, listen, you need to learn to communicate and you got to learn to encourage others.
I remember the first time I met you, Robert, in Florida at one of our events, right? And I spoke to you. And you let me know that you knew me. And I was like, I said to you, "Oh, I didn't think you would recognize me." And you said, why did you think that?" And I thought you said it kind of mean. I got away from you. I said, "Oh, this man is mean." But then afterwards, it made me start watching you. I was like, no, he's not mean at all. That was just my first impression. That was from me. That's how I felt
Oh
inside.
my
That's
God.
what made me come back after the events and started really listening to you online because I want to see what he's really about. But
Yeah.
speaking of Matt, I think about how he is so much younger than the average of our on the age. It reminds me of the scriptures saying that a babe shall lead. So that's what
Yeah.
he's doing because I have grandchildren. My oldest grandson is older than he is.
Yeah. I remember years ago, years and years and years ago, we homeschooled them, right? So the way I did homeschooling is if you talk to Terry, she's going, we made a decision to homeschool and Robert did it. But here was my only thing. And I think some of you are going to be shocked when I say it, but then you're going to know, well, I should have known that. My courage and my bravery from homeschooling my sons came from my consistent prayer and asking God what to do.
Wow.
So here's a person that's dyslexic, and I taught Matthew how to read. And Matt is one of the most well read people. He loves to read, he writes. And to think that he got that from his father. So you ask Matt, well, gee, how do you learn how to write? How do you learn how to read? You know what I mean? It's like, well, my dad. It's like, so I got his excitement. And then once I got his excitement, then I kept steering him the directions that fed that.
Mm,
And so imagine a child always being able to do what makes them the most happy.
right.
So like Matt said yesterday, it's he's not going to do the job of going out there and putting together IKEA furniture. Oh, I see Matt jumped on here. That's pretty cool. Hey, if you're showing Ezra, I gotta check it out here.
Say
Hi,
hi,
Ezra.
Ez.
Oh,
We're just hanging
hi. Look at the
just hanging
cute.
out in the car here. Yeah. It's in
Where
its
are you guys
fancy car
going?
seat. Hannah wasn't feeling well this morning and it was just she's been off all day, so she's in urgent. So we're just chilling here, me and Ezra in the car. But yeah, she was feeling like lightheaded and a lot of weird symptoms. So we just decided, screw it. Let's just go to urgent care.
Okay.
Especially before Sunday. So it's like, let's just get it checked on. So
Well, I'm
she's
praying
in
big.
urgent care right now.
Yeah, Lisa Marie said, is she pregnant again?
No, I mean, I guess TMI, but she's on her periods.
Oh,
No,
got it.
got it. That's not the case. You guys can write that one away. That's not
Okay.
happening.
Well, it's pretty neat that you jumped on here because we were just bragging about you.
Yeah, yeah. I always seem to make it on when everyone's talking about me. No, I actually fixed Lisa Marie's problem. So Lisa Marie, log out and log back in, and it should be fixed.
Awesome.
So, mm-hmm. But
Well,
yeah, I'll be here. I don't know how long this is going to be, but I'm here in the back with Ezra.
Well-
So if anyone's got questions for me.
All right, we'll let you focus, and I'm just believing that everything will be okay with Hannah. That's
Yeah.
spooky.
We'll pray for her.
Yeah. Mary, we'll take Mary quick.
All right. Sarah, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We appreciate your share. Let's go ahead and go over to Mary Valchek. Mary, go ahead, unmute yourself, and please share with us.
Hello, everybody. So, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. So, just really quick, I wanted to just kind of go off of what Lisa was saying earlier. I think sometimes we get oh, Ezra, right?
Mm-hmm.
There he is. Oh, there he is. Oh my God, he's so cute. Anyway, so I sometimes when we get by ourselves and we get in our heads, we tend to be able to just beat ourselves up pretty good. And I find that if we can, well, when we get into the group here, we talk to each other, but sometimes if we just reach out to one another, we can kind of like talk each other off the ledge, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Very quickly.
And I think that's what we need. And I know a lot of people, and I'm not saying this, but I think sometimes they think, well, I really don't want to bother Robert, so I'll just figure it out on my own. And it's like, no, just reach out to anybody. Just because when you get in your head, you can beat yourself up, and that's
Yep.
really, really not a good thing. I know when I was talking to Lisa, one of the things, and I'm going to say this wrong, I know I am, but
Well,
immunotech.
you definitely are now that you threw that
I
out.
know. See, I told myself I'm not. So, immunotech
So before
for
you
me.
say it, you're
Okay.
going to just very quickly just say, you know what? This is going to come out and everyone's going to understand it.
Everybody's going to understand it. You're right. So for me, we talk about our passions, and sometimes when we talk about our passion may not be, how am I going to say this? So
Just
our
keep saying
passion
it.
may not be able to be it right now. So I'll give you, for instance, Immunotech and is not necessarily my passion, but Immunotech for me, I believe in the products, I believe in everything, but Immunotech's a vehicle that's going to get me to my passion. So
Yeah.
does that make sense?
It totally does.
Okay.
It totally does. Virtually everything I've done in my life has been done for me to be a reach out to orphans.
To get you to that passion. Right. Yeah.
It's like, but that also is my super weapon. That's my superpower.
Exactly.
So when I get up some days, if I'm not in the groove, and because I pray in the morning, I'm always in the groove. But there was a time when all I needed to do is watch a couple of videos that Matthew and Angel sent me. And it's like I couldn't even press the button. I would go to the video, and I was going, I can't watch this. And so that makes you understand why you're doing it. So that's why I brought up at the beginning here. I think people go, well, what are we doing? What opportunity are we doing?
Right.
They're all just pathways to helping people. And the people that we help the most are going to get connected with the things that we are doing. And that brings in the financing to do what we really want to do.
Exactly.
So thank
So
you.
people think that Immunotech or HempWorks or whatever it is has to be their passion, and for me, it's not my passion. It's the vehicle that I believe in that will get me to my passion. So
Right. Well, I'll give you one that people don't really look at, and this is downloaded to me. Don't you guys find it interesting that if you walked up to somebody and said, "What do you love to do? Tell me what you love to do." And most times people will talk about their hobby,
Right.
right? It's
Yep.
like, oh my God, I love boating. I love, I love going fishing. This is what I love to do, whatever, right? And when they say that, we don't ever say to them, "Oh, so what do you do for a living?" Well,
I'm an accountant or whatever.
I'm a bookkeeper. Oh, so that's your passion? No, are you an idiot? Bookkeeping's not my passion. Then why do you do it? Because I need money so I can go fishing.
Exactly.
Well, when we're not talking about this stuff, and then of course you run into people like Deborah Bronner and Sarah. I know some of your guys' stories. Where wow, the thing that you actually did that you loved the most was also the thing that made you money.
Right.
I mean, those are pretty neat things, but
when that happens, it's amazing. You're right.
But when I was a mechanic, I always wanted to be the best mechanic. I always wanted to be on the best team. I wanted to be on the winning team. So that's how I turned that into a passion. But then I was working on my own race cars during the weekend and then working on other people's cars during the weekend. So all of a sudden it was like, I'm so done working on cars. It's like ridiculous. If I ever seen a car again, I wouldn't be interested. But a lot of people do destroy the thing that they love the most.
Right.
Because they turn their hobby into a way to make money. But then you run onto people. It's so funny. You guys know my wife. She's the most hilarious individual I know on the planet. And the things to watch on TV is last night, she goes, "I wonder what this is." And it looks like we're watching a documentary of 4 people that are bowlers. And they're living with each other, and they go to one tournament after another during this 4-month time. And I'm just like, we're watching these bowlers, you know what I mean? And there's this one guy on there, and you guys will understand why she likes it, is there's this one guy that the PBA, the Professional Bowlers Association, he's been fined more than any professional bowler because of his language. So you guys can just about imagine Terry's like laughing because he's like, F this, MF this. He's just walking around, and I'm going like, if anybody's ever tried to bowl or you've been good at bowling, the one thing that consistently happens is a bad shot after a good shot. It's like just when you think that you got it going on, it's like here comes a gutter ball. It's the funniest game I've ever had anything to do with. And believe it or not, Terry and I actually bowled on a couples team for a couple of years. And it was just because my aunt and uncle in California did it, and my cousin did it. When I decided to move out to California, there was a bunch of relatives that got the courage to go, "Nah, I think Williston, North Dakota sucks." And so they went out there, and then guess what happened when I moved away? They all moved back home. So, it's pretty. But thank you, Mary.
That's all I wanted to share. Is sometimes we need to reach out because we can beat ourselves up pretty bad. Anyways.
Yeah, I think because here's something that I'll say, and we'll close out. This is hilarious. If you guys want another secret to my success, huge secret, is the things I'm willing to do for others that I won't do for myself. I'm just great at tricking myself. So the reason that Terry made $5.2 million with MDC is God did it. I'm not this smart to figure this out. I'm not smart enough to manipulate myself. You guys might go, "No, you are." No, I'm not. Because I have drifting in me too, right? So when Terry said to me, maybe you and Matt should help me. Would you guys help me build this business? Wham! and I've never built a business faster and quicker than I did for her. Isn't that amazing? And sometimes so the reason I brought that up is Mary's like, hey, if we're not feeling right, we need to all reach out to each other and talk to each other, because you're wallowing and you're second guessing, beating the shit out of yourselves. But then all of a sudden someone calls you and you put your Superman cape on and you're going like, hey, it's like, and we all know what the joy is of helping somebody else.
You're
And if you guys
absolutely
really
right.
if you guys want to know a super secret, and Corky brought this up when he was talking to Lisa Marie, when we put our super cape on and go out to help somebody, and we listen, and we come from our heart and share with them, when we're sharing with somebody, there's usually this part of your heart that goes, "Are you listening to you?" And you're like, holy shit, this is the information that I was looking for.
It helps you as well. Exactly.
It
You're right.
totally does. So
Thank
now
you
you guys
so
know
much.
why I do this 7 days a week. It's like I need more help than all of you.
I love you, Robert. Thank you so much.
I love you too. All right, you guys, it's been a little over an hour, so we'll close this out unless someone has anything else.
I think we're set. Fantabulous. Thank you so much, Mary Valchik. Appreciate you. Also, big shout outs to Sarah Lipscomb, Santa Corky, and Lisa Marie Cook for participating in today's Ask Us Anything. That's what it's all about, asking us everything. And we all are there to help each other. Boom, done. All right. So just a reminder, tomorrow we have Master's Mind starting at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. And then we have on Monday, Recess, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Daily Wisdom, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. Wednesday, our last segment of Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. It's our video series of the book featuring our professor, Dana Scranton. That's at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern this Wednesday. You don't want to miss that. Thursdays are breakthroughs. That's and we get together. We talk about how we can go to the next level. That's at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. Lots of great things happening, as Robert has shared during this Ask Us Anything. Every single day, we've got something going on. We'd love to have you. Please continue to join us. Some things in the chat. If you want to save the chat, click on the 3 dots in the meeting chat and then click Save Chat. It'll download to your computer as we conclude. And so with that being said, be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye. I'm going to go ahead and unmute so we can all say so long and have a super Saturday.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Everyone.
Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
Jason.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Debbie
I
Bronner.
appreciate
Sandy. Sandy.
Sarah, thank you for the words.
People, yeah, you bet. Thanks,
you.
Melody.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Sarah.
Thanks, everyone.
Love
Thank
you
you.
guys. Thanks,
Bye.
Dustin.
Have a happy Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep, you too.
okay.
Bye, CJGZ.
Adieu.
Hi, Ezra.